What's up, everybody? Welcome to another stand up. Today it's an interesting episode. We're on site with a customer doing some content. So let's take a tour of the facility. We'll talk about day in the life.
Hey, how are you?
That works. That works. The whole staff, the team. Gang, you want to take a tour around the facility and we'll just see what we got going on? Did Jared went to the car? So we'll wait for Jared for 2 seconds. What's up, Mike?
What's going on? So how's Florida?
Cold today, which is like, thank goodness, because
Don't even talk to me, bro. Dude, it's like
well,
two
I know it's
degrees
like
outside.
2 degrees at home, but it's like
It's like
55 here in
55
Florida.
and beautiful and sunny.
Damn
Right,
straight. Palm Tree
right,
City,
right.
which is really nice, but I didn't get hit in the face with the heat wave coming off the tarmac, if you know what I'm talking about. So
I know what
that
you
was
mean.
actually a nice little change. I normally would have like a bead of sweat. I don't even have anything to show for that today. Plus, I'm in long sleeves. This is like just a good thing. So why are we here, right? So we have a customer. We have customers all over the place, one of which is here in sunny South Florida. This is a medical practice. They specifically do subscription medicine, so privatized healthcare. And so we're here to do a whole bunch of content collection, and we're going to start to take a tour of the facility. We'll take everybody on like a day in the life of moving around and trying to figure out where our shop profile is going to be.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I think a
Sounds
lot
good
of
to
people
me.
don't know this about Cause of a Kind, though, that we do film. Not quite as much of it as we do software, but we
All
do
right.
from time to time do some film and marketing
And the
production
full
and
omni-channel, the full omni-channel marketing of all the
yeah.
things.
That is the nut to crack, though. Yeah, I think if you had to talk about anything, it's that marketing is just as hard, if not harder, than building software.
Yeah, the truth.
If for no other reason than the feedback loop is basically non-existent for, it can feel pretty, the silence can feel deafening. But content production is still something, that you got to do in person from time to time these days.
That's right, dude. That's right. Well,
So,
something important that we do as well, I think taking a holistic approach to your clients and your customers and just taking a holistic outlook to your career or to anything that you're in pursuit of, there's always opportunities to provide more value to people around you. There's always opportunities to do things that are outside of your normal comfort zone or, things that kind of push the boundaries of where your skill sets are. And so that's really the value of the two of us, right? Like, so me and my brain and the things that I'm professionally talented at are more down the marketing mix or more down the business development mix is like helping businesses think about their marketing and sales future. And so that combination between our engineering organization and my brain is focused on go to market and customer acquisition and all of those things. This is just a small piece of that. It's a big piece of our content journey, but it's not often that we kind of share the holistic experience that we provide to our customers.
well, I think another interesting idea as it goes to software development is there have been a number of times, quite frequently actually, that we have gone on site to build something just to see what the flow was. So, kind of going back to a big part of my process was always user story mapping. I think it's even more important now with the way that we're developing to really understand the user stories. And I have found that sometimes you can only do this by doing the day in the life because usually, again, the person buying the software from us is usually or tasking us with building it, some kind of a CEO, manager level person, and they have an impression of how the work is done. And the bigger the company, the more inaccurate that impression is.
That's right.
And so you end up getting on the ground and you find, and what will happen is the worst thing you can do is actually build your software to the specs of the CEO. Because most of the time it then goes and rolls out to the team actually doing the work and they go, oh, I hate this thing. It reminds me of a funny scene in the movie Blue Streak. You ever see the movie Blue Streak?
I'm sure I have, dude, but like I'm not recalling. But go
with
ahead.
with Martin Lawrence. He's a jewel thief. Anyway, he gets arrested, but he leaves this diamond in the police station. He's
But
got to
yes,
pretend to
dude.
be.
And
He's got to pretend.
now I got you. And he goes to
Yeah,
the
right.
ducks and like, yeah, pretending to be
Yeah,
like
yeah.
all
They
sorts of
make
different people, the janitor or whatever. Gotcha.
they put him in charge and they say something like, "What do you think of the P-38?" And he's like, "Well, what do you think of the P-38?" And everyone goes, "I think it sucks. I think we should. I've heard good things about the T." And he goes, "All right, T-150s for everybody." And then the captain is kind of like, "We just bought those things," and he's like, "But this is exactly what we need to shake things up." That scene to me is what always comes to mind when I'm building something, and the CEO is like, "No, no, no, they're going to use it this way, this way, this way," and then he rolls it out, and the team is just like, we hate that thing. It doesn't work. We don't work that way. So it's super important sometimes for certain types of applications to literally get on the ground and not even to do interviews, but to say, "Hey, I'm just going to be a fly on the wall while you do your job and just kind of watch how you're using the software." And man, what a difference that can make, because we've definitely seen that. And sometimes you come up with ideas and you're like, "Wait, you do that little inefficiency every day? We could fix that for you." So super important to make sure you're on the ground with the people doing the work to make sure you're building the right thing. And again, even more important today because you can move super fast in the wrong direction now.
It's a perfect example. And while we're here, and the team is going to take a little bit of photography of the apothecary that's here in the office. One of the things that we were just talking about is it's important to be on the ground with customers because you find different ways for them to propel their business. And so one of the things that, we didn't really know about this organization is that they have supplements, vitamins, pharmaceuticals for sale within their facility. And so I wouldn't really have known that if I didn't come here. All these things are available to their clients and customers. And like here we are on site with the entire team. And so you catch a vibe, and this is how it goes, man. This is just the natural energy of coming to your clients. This is just really the chemistry and energy.
Your video quality, I'll tell you, is looking very AOL right now.
That's all right. What am I supposed to do? I'm on mobile.
Like we're on E-Bombs world. I want to improve that internet connection, but yeah, I get the idea. I get the idea. That's what I'm hoping. Riverside does some magic in the background where it's kind of saving locally and getting the high quality. So that's what I'm looking forward to. On my end, I was like, I'm not seeing what you guys are likely to see on the other end. Very cool.
It is cool. Let's take a tour. Let's take a tour.
Nurses station where we do our blood draws.
Is there any like spinning of the blood that goes on capture?
Sure.
So I guess we're looking
Hey,
at the
dude,
front
it's Mike.
desk here.
It's just kind of a cool feature.
It's a day in the life.
Um,
Dude, we probably can keep this episode short. There's nothing wrong with having a short and sweet stand up. I want to get back to our client and make sure that we're having a really successful day of capturing some content. But I think the name of the game for this episode is boots on the ground, meet your clients where they are. It's also a great day for you and me to kind of be separate. I'm focused on one thing. You have a quiet day to just crank on important things for the business.
And to work on one thing, I think that was my post today is, I've been working on kind of 4 different projects at the same time, doing the whole AI orchestration flow. It's been about 2 weeks since, and I just closed up the final body of work on like all of those. And I'm exhausted, dude. I'm exhausted. I just want to write. I just want to work on one thing. I might even handwrite the code because I actually don't want to move fast today. I'm a little tired. So
Well,
if you're out there coding out with AI and you're tired,
I feel
write
you.
some code by hand.
Right. Or just take a walk. It's all right. Take a
Down and
break.
chill.
It'll be here
Yeah.
tomorrow. I'm on 4 hours of sleep. I left at 4 a.m. this morning. It's noon. I'm tired already. Won't be home till midnight, maybe 1 a.m. It is what it is,
Haven't
man.
been
A
on
day
a
in the
plane in
life.
years, man. Haven't been on a plane in a few years now. So,
Well, let's get going, man.
well, yeah, let's hit the conference circuit. That's going to be a thing we'll talk about in the next stand up, where we're going to be this year. If you guys are watching and you have suggestions of conferences we need to be at, please let us know.
Amen.
We're looking at React Miami for sure this year. We're looking at Rails World because it's in Austin and not overseas, which is kind of nice for us. Potentially bringing the families along for some of that stuff. But we're looking for more conferences for sure. So we're looking for your suggestions.
Sounds good, dude. Yo, have a good day. Good stand up. See you tomorrow or
See you
Monday.
tomorrow.